Good day everyone. I am Angeline A. Urbano.
My name is Angel Jasmine Tilubusana.
My name is Arjen Herrera.
Hello everyone, my name is Abigail Marquez.
Is Isabella Golfo,
And today we'll be guiding you through the process of connecting a Microsoft Access database to a Visual Basic Windows Forms application. This connection plays a vital role in creating desktop applications that can store and display data, such as student records, inventory systems, and many more. So let's begin. To start our connection of database to Visual Basic Windows Forms application, we need to create our database in a Microsoft Access. So first, we need to open our Microsoft Access and create a new database file. So for example, we want to create a database for student records. So we can name it something meaningful like student records.accdb, so it's easy to identify later on. Once the file is created, we can open or click the table 1 and choose or switch to design view. Here we can define the structure of our table by adding field names such as student ID, name, and age. And we can also assign appropriate data types like auto number or short text. After setting up all the necessary fields, we can save now the table with a clear name, like for example students. After that, we can open it and input a few sample of records. These sample entries will be useful later when we test the connection between our database and the Visual Basic application.
Once the database is ready, we open Visual Studio and create new project. We choose Windows Forms app or .NET Framework as a project type, which is ideal for desktop applications that uses databases. We then name our project, for example, Student App, to keep it organized. After the project loads, we prepare the form where our data will be displayed. This is the visual interface users would interact with.
To connect our Visual Basic project to the Access database, we go to View menu and open Server Explorer. In the Server Explorer, we right-click the data connection and choose Add Connection. We select Microsoft Access database file as the data source, then browse and select AccountDB or ACDB file that we created earlier. After selecting the file, we click Test Connection to make sure the Visual Basic can connect with the database. If successful, we click OK to finalize the connection.
Now that the connection is set, we go back to our form and drag a data grid view control from the toolbox into the form. This control will display the data from our access table. To link it to the database, we need to right-click the grid and choose Add Project Data Source. Then we select Database, then Dataset, and then choose the access connection we just created. And when the list table appears, we check the box for our student table and click Finish. This binds the grid to the data source and prepares it to show live data.
Once everything looks good, we click Start or press F5 to run the project. If all steps were done correctly, the form will open and the data grid view will show the sample data from our access table. This confirms that our Visual Basic application is successfully connected to the database and can retrieve and display data in real time.
And that's how you connect a Microsoft Access database to a Visual Basic Windows Forms application. Each step plays a key role in building a functional data-driven desktop app. And that's all for today's video. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching.